and it will turn off in 3 minutes. This is the small timer I got for this from Lowe's. It was about $13, and it does count down in hours and minutes. So it'll count down from 1 minute to up to a countdown timer up to 24 hours. It's also a regular on-off timer, just for if you go away on vacation, you can set it to turn your lights on and off on different times of the day. Nice little timer, not that expensive, and seems to be working quite nicely. I just turned off the lights so I don't have to look at them. UVC light is not safe for your eyes. It's very pretty, but you need to be wearing regular glasses, and it can cause skin cancer and cause you to get sunburns and things. This is not regular glass. This is actually a special quartz glass, and the quartz glass allows the UVC light rays to come through. But since this does seem to work quite nicely, yay! I'm going to take the tape off, and I'm going to use these little double sticky tape squares that I got at the craft store, and mount the lights on the ends of the case. Then on the inside of this, where it's white, I'm going to lift out these little cooling racks. I'll be placing in aluminum foil, making sure the reflective side is out. So I'll have the aluminum foil on the lid, the bottom, and I might fill in these sides here. I'll just tape those back in place with duct tape just to make sure it's working. And if it does hold up nicely in the ozone, because this does generate ozone when you're using it, then I've got a nice disinfecting box. And the timer. Now if you notice, I just ran the cables up where it was most convenient underneath this cooler. This cooler happens to have a little warp or deformation right here on the top, so when I close the lid, the cables come out without getting pinched or crimped, which is a good thing. Since I was testing this, when I opened the lid, I can really smell the ozone, the residual ozone that was still trapped inside the case, coming up and getting into my nose. But the AC cords I taped together, brought up, they're coming out of the cooler, coming across, and then because I needed a dual plug, I just plugged them both into a single AC cord, ran that AC cord across into a timer, which I got from Lowe's, and then the timer gets plugged in. The timer will count down in hours and minutes, and it's about $12 at Lowe's. We close the lid on the cooler. When you set the timer, it'll give you 3 minutes. It turns on the light and it starts counting. What I did originally when I started with this, I accidentally thought that the 3 on the over here was 3 minutes and then it was seconds, and after checking it in 3 minutes, the light was still going on. 5 minutes later, it's still going on. I realized, oh, that's hours and minutes. I should have read the instruction. Brought it over, set it down to 0 hours and 3 minutes, and it turns on and goes. And if I want to turn the light off, I just tap the button in the lower right corner, turns the light off. If I want to start the light, I just push the button in the lower right corner, turns on, lights turn on, it counts down in 3 minutes, it turns the lights off. You only need 2 minutes to efficiently kill the germs on the packages or whatever you're disinfecting, or N95 masks or breathing masks or anything. But I think that should be plenty of stick-on squares, double adhesive pack squares. I'd prefer to have the 3M ones, but I'm using literally what I have here at my home, and I'm trying to not go out for anything on this pandemic that's going on. So, using what I've got. You see the little tape squares holding it in place, and the same on the other side. That's step one. You see the little tape squares, it's holding it nice and securely on both sides of the UV decontamination box. Plenty of room for the rack trays in the bottom. I do not know how well these things will hold up to the ultraviolet Charlie or C UVC light, We'll find out. Will it turn the inside of the case yellow? Will the reflector be enough? Do I need to put in the tinfoil? All things to be learned.